Hi, my name is Woohee Rem, and I'd like to introduce my final project for GIS 410-510. The problem that I am presenting in this project that I'm solving is to identify major highways, school districts, and national parks within the state of California that fall on, near, or within a certain distance from the San Andreas Fault. The San Andreas Fault has historically been known to be the location of many deadly earthquakes in the past. Due to the rise of natural disasters this year, I would like to identify major highways, schools, and national parks so that we can potentially plan and organize for better precautionary procedures, such as evacuation and remediation and restoration of natural parks that might be affected by an earthquake. So here for my 150-word project description, this is exactly what I have just said. So the goal of the emergency responder, which is myself in this case, the state of California is to use spatial data to identify major highways, elementary and secondary schools, and national parks that have a greater potential of being negatively impacted due to the location of these being on or near the San Andreas Fault. If highways that are at risk can be identified prematurely, then better evacuation and emergency routes can be planned for transporting possible injured persons due to an earthquake. Likewise, schools that are located can plan for better precautionary and evacuation procedures. National parks that can be affected can also have remediation and restoration planning organized beforehand. So as you can see here, I have various shapefiles that I have located from a variety of sources that are displayed on this web map, including the California primary and secondary roads or major highways, showing within California, the elementary and secondary school districts, the National Parks layer, showing all national parks in the United States, the San Andreas Fault line shapefile, and a shapefile showing all counties in California as a background reference for the study. So for the three analysis questions, I have solved the first analysis question with a couple of geoprocessing steps. This question was to find the total length in meters of major highways that are within 5 miles of the San Andreas Fault. But for time purposes, I cannot go step by step on how I got my answer. However, the resulting shapefiles for the analysis question include this layer displaying only the highways, the San Andreas Fault buffered by 5 miles, and finally all highways that fall within 5 miles of the fault buffer. After I have calculated the geometry of this resulting layer to find the total length in meters, I found the result to be of all highways that are within 5 miles of the San Andreas Fault to be 714,535 meters. So we take a look at the three analysis questions. This answers our first question, which says, what is the total length in meters of major highways that are within 5 miles of the San Andreas Fault, which is the 714,535 meters. The second question is, how many and which unique school districts fall within 10 miles of the San Andreas Fault? The third question is, what is the total area of the national parks that can be affected by a potential earthquake at the San Andreas Fault? In my content, my final project web map, I have the description and the summary, the layers, my access and use constraints, which is public, my credits down here, and it is shared with everyone, as well as GIS 410-510. If we open up the map viewer and take a look, I have the major highways within 5 miles of the San Andreas Fault in pink, the San Andreas Fault line in black, all major highways and roads in California in gray, the national park boundaries which extend out to the entire U.S. in blue, the secondary school districts in yellow, and the elementary school districts in green, as well as the California counties represented as a reference background layer in transparent orange. Finally, for expected results, this analysis will identify major highways, school districts, and national parks that are at a higher risk of potential negative effects due to an earthquake occurring by the San Andreas Fault. Once these factors have been identified, better planning can be organized for the future. Thank you.